sets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
First play and a first pass from Murray. He's got him in. Complete. The 20. A big play there on the first play of the game. 74 yards. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Now Murray. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Swim. That's one. Come on.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. From the gun, Murray. Forced out to his left. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a fourth down. And his kick here is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And they'll be let out by their 6-year quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Ready.
They go play action here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down.
Come back in. Come back in.
Operating from the gun. Addison. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 right.
They're going to try and throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now for the point after. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Well, we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Addison. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another 1st down. They got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being...
Touchdown! A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce-back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is taken just shy of the 10. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Addison. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. That one good for 14 yards.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The homestanding Raiders with a football here. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. From 4 yards out. And the Raiders have moved out in front. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
The extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to.
And a loose football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Do you remember in preseason we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. Following the fumble recovery, Addison looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
70 Ranger.
Looking to throw on second down. Addison, and he doesn't quite make it, taking it with an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
18, buy in.
Looking to throw. Addison. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage.
First and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units. And they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
On 2nd and 7, Murray. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Murray now to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at the 43. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun. Addison. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series. Now they've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. If they didn't get that done, this time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Murray now. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That's taken on the 25. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10. Here comes the offense again, and let's focus on Josh Jacobs for a moment. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a pressure comes and down he goes. Terrell Edmonds comes flying in from safety for the sack. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now Murray off play action. And he fires one that's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Carlson now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Well, the Cardinal offense going to take over late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Murray trying again after the pick six. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Murray. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll try the left side. Harvey. And they'll indeed stop him on third down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen leading the way with a couple of touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head up to the Motor City to check in on the Lions at home at Ford Field. And at the half, they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. The Lions trying to hold on and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Denver Broncos. Joe Burrow, sharp in the victory as his guys get back within a game of 500. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Cardinals. And the rushing numbers should tell the story of why they trail at the half. They're still in single digits in yardage as a team through 2 quarters of play. That's not good. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, they had a little bit more success on the ground than their opponents did. And that should set them up well for the second half to come. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in this second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Back to throw. Addison. And a quick throw here that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Cardinals will now take over with excellent field position. Murray now on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harvey. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Harvey, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Here's Murray. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Taken at the goal line. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Here we go.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now here's a throw that's complete. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he hooked it in, defender was right on him.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Holding offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Looking to throw. Addison. And they were looking to set up the screen, but that's going to be incomplete. Almost wound up going the other way. Well covered defensively, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.